My name is Vera Johnson, and I got COVID in December of 2020. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get emotional. It was actually a pretty peaceful ride, because when I went to the hospital, they sedated me and put me on the vent, and I was on the ventilator for 3 months, partially at Wesley and mostly at Select. And my daughter came to stay with me, which helped a lot with the anxiety. And I got off the vent, and then I came here April the 8th to the rehab hospital here. What's the name? Center of the Waterfront. I know the name, I just couldn't think of it. And there were great therapists here, both OT and PT, and they got me to stand up. I couldn't even stand up when I came here. And so they got me to walking and doing various things, climbing steps, which is a struggle for them and for me outside. But at any rate, I've made great progress, I think, due to the good people here.
Okay, my name's Kelly. I work in occupational therapy, and I started working with her right soon after she got here. One thing I remember from when she first got here, she was in a lot of pain, and that was a big struggle we had to get over. Was just moving her was so painful for her. So starting out just sitting up on the edge of the bed for weeks, just starting out slow like that. And then PT and OT worked together. She was on a full lift, meaning she couldn't even stand when she got here. Started getting her over on the mat table, which she loved. Started doing just standing just for a few seconds at a time. Was very painful for her, but we slowly just increased that to where she was standing for 30 seconds, and then the next day maybe 40 seconds, and then she'd stand for a minute. So just weeks and weeks of just building up her tolerance just to stand on her feet, and then slowly progressing to getting into the parallel bars to stand. And this whole time is taking 2 of us to do all this, and then taking steps, maybe 1 step a day, 2 steps a day, to where now, what is she?
We're walking.
Walking 200 feet.
Right.
80 days later.
Yeah.
So, well, her goal was to go home. The whole time we had to just keep reminding her, what's your goal? What do you want to do? And she'd say, I want to go home. So we kind of kept reminding her, you want to go home, you got to keep doing this. And we pushed her a little bit more every day, which she also loved. And started trusting us and working with us. And she worked really hard she's been here, when she walks out of here, she'll be here 80 days. So
wow.
She's made great progress since she's been here.
Nice.
I give the credit to God and good people.
Makes a difference.
All right, and I'm Lindsay. I'm a physical therapist assistant. I've been working with Vera since a couple days after she got evaluated by physical therapy. Like Kelly said in the beginning, it did take max assistance of 2 people to get her out of bed, just to sit on the edge of the bed, kind of get her acclimated to sitting up. And then we did switch to the bear hug table to get her to stand for just barely a few minutes at a time, just to get her weight bearing through her legs. And then we did progress to the parallel bars, and now we are walking. So we came a long way from only standing for 30 seconds at a time using the max assist of 2 people, to now she's walking at standby assist with a walker. So she's really come a long way. We've been working on stair training. She's doing stairs so she can get in her house. She really has blown me away with how well she has done.
So when Vera came here, this arm was flaccid, which meaning she had no movement in this arm at all. And it was swollen, remember that, and it was very painful to touch and very painful to move. So we've just slowly been working on massage, range of motion, passive range of motion, now moving into active assist and active range of motion. And now she's able to raise her arm this high, which is awesome. She can touch her chin with just a little bit of help. We're still working on this, and she'll keep working on this when she goes home. Working on her grip strength, which is getting better. She's able to hold on to the walker now when she walks, which at first we had to hold her hand on there for stability. Working on range of motion, stretching. So we're not sure exactly what the problem with her arm has been, but at first they wanted to rule out a stroke, which has been ruled out by a neurologist. So we're thinking maybe it's a nerve injury that she can recover from, potentially from being prone for so many hours like COVID patients have to be. But she's made a lot of progress, and we have hope that she'll continue.
And tell us who you are.
Oh, I'm her daughter, Dana.
So we're so excited that Vera Johnson's finally getting to go home. She's had such an amazing journey, not one that she ever intended to take, of course. So her story goes all the way back to the early December when she was diagnosed with COVID. And I know a lot of folks still think that COVID is a no big deal kind of a virus, but Vera was one of those very unfortunate people that got a very severe infection. She ended up in the hospital, ended up being on a ventilator where they had to breathe for her for a prolonged period of time. So long so that when she was finally recovering, she had to go to a specialty hospital to have additional time to get off the ventilator to give her lungs a chance to recover. By the time she came to us in early April, she had finally recovered from her lung concerns, but she had basically spent 3 months flat on her back in a hospital bed, and she was just weak and deconditioned and couldn't do anything. And we had to start literally from scratch, getting her up, getting her moving, getting things going again. So you take someone who hasn't been out of bed in months to now jump ahead to where we are in June. She's walking, she's breathing on her own, she's eating, she's talking, she's back to life like she wants to. Maybe not 100% where she wants to be yet, but pretty darn close. It's really an amazing journey, and it's a real testament to some dedication and a lot of hard work on her part, and also the therapy staff who worked with her, again, taking somebody from starting at zero to get back to where they want to be. Good luck, Vera.
Got some presents for
Oh,
you.
you got your favorite thing.
Oh, look at those cherries and a blizzard. Wow.
Your dark cherry.
Thank you so much. My favorite dessert.
What is it?
This,
It's a pineapple blizzard.
The pineapple blizzard.
right, and those are bean cherries, I believe you'd call them, right?
Yeah, they're dark.
Cherries.
Cherries are the best.
A little something for you.
Yeah.
So you can take your card.
Thank you.
Welcome.
We're gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you guys too, you know?
Yeah.
I really
Oh,
am.
yeah.
We'll bring some donuts or something.
We do love donuts.
Vera, use your hand a little bit.
There you go. Exactly. I told her that the other day. I said, you know, you can make a fist. So use that hand.
There we go.
Oops. See? Try to, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So happy for you. And it's signed by a whole bunch of people. This is your time to celebrate and enjoy. Well, I certainly am enjoying. Jen has signed it, Rachel, Lindsay, Callie, and Taylor.
Oh yeah, she really enjoyed
Kelly.
Taylor coming and working with her.
Yes.
Yeah. She said Taylor does a good massage on that arm.
All right.
Good.